Hey guys, I wanted to talk about something that was kind of near and dear to me because I have a. These people getting around. I have an older couple who I'm friends with. Been friends with them for about 20, almost 20 years now, and I hadn't seen them in a while, and I was thinking maybe I should go visit them, and I am going to do this because I'm gonna be honest with you. I love talking to older people. I honestly do. I love talking to them. But these are actually among my favorite older people to talk to. But I love talking to older people in general anyway because, well, let me tell you about it. It's DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. Now, there's this couple that I've been, I used to actually work on some equipment for them in their house on the side, making a little extra side money, building computer stuff for them. And they turned out to be some of the nicest people I've ever met down here in this area since I've been in DC. They're like how can I put it? I can't say that they're like the grandparents I had because they're actually roughly almost the same age as my parents. But they're like the parents that I would have loved to have had talked to or been there for me or whatever. But that's another story. But I love talking to them. But I've always, even when I was a little boy, and even when I was a little older, my folks have always taught me, like a lot of people have taught their children, to respect your elders. Okay? And what I found out, even with my grandmother, God rest her soul, because me and my grandmother used to spend hours talking all the time anyway, that started when I was very young, and that's why I tell people, I say it's important for your kids to be able to know their grandparents while they're around, and to be around them and to talk to them, because you'll learn so much from them. I mean, I'm going to tell you this from the heart. That's real talk. And I found that out over the years anyway, that your best source of information and wisdom and philosophy and all of that comes directly from old people. Older folks. Let's put it like this. Refined people. Because they're very refined. I found that out just by talking to them. They are. And it's a joy. It is. I get great joy out of it. Like when I go to church, I talk to an older woman. There's one older woman I mentioned in my other podcast. Talked to her about her condition. She has a condition that's the same as what my dad has. The exact same condition. The exact same illness. And it was a joy to talk to her. Not that it was a joy about the subject, but it was a joy to talk to her because I could relate to her. She could relate to me. And that's the one thing I love about older people. I know at some point I'll be their age, God willing. And I'm getting a little older right now myself. You guys know I'm up there in my 50s, and I'm finding out that it is a real pleasure to talk to older people. When you learn so much, man, and they take the time and get you involved in the conversation, man. And you find out that really older people have a lot in common with younger people. You just have to discover it just by talking to them. Like my grandmother, 2 years before she passed away, we was at her home. She was in assisted living, and she was actually doing quite well at the time. And I hadn't seen her in a little bit. And I'm telling you, I was so happy to see her. And I brought over her great-grandchildren, who was my niece and my son. And we talked about, she was telling me about BET and all that shows she liked to watch on, all kinds of stuff. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So I'm going to tell you some of y'all young people out there, for real. Don't think because people are older than you or are way older than you that they don't know nothing. Oh, grandma, you don't know. You be fully surprised what they know. Seriously. And you'll probably learn a lot more than you have learned from people on the street sometimes. You know, they know what's going on. They've been out there. They've lived what you live. Maybe not in the same manner that you do today, but they've lived it. You know, I tell you, some young people that myself, look, I know how streets are and all of that. And things I can tell you about what I know and things I can tell you about what you can do and what you can't do. You know, like I had to tell somebody one time, they told me, he want to text a girl want to text him. I said, you better get on the phone and call. I said, you ain't gonna know nothing about that woman just because she texts you. That could be a guy texting you for all you know. And then, and I'm sure there have been situations where this happened where a dude thought he met this chick and the chick actually gave her boyfriend the phone and the damn boyfriend texting him talking all kind of crazy shit. And then the guy find out, oh man, that wasn't no damn girl, I was talking to. Yeah, so, I'm just saying. And that's a prime example of that. So, and I told him, I said, you need to get on the phone, talk to them girls. Don't be texting alone is not going to cut it. But then he tried to say, well, texting is a new thing. No, texting is just you sending a letter to somebody electronically, which is called email. Okay? That means nothing in the real world if you're not on the phone talking to them. You ain't gonna get to know anybody on the phone just by by texting. Just by texting, that's not gonna cut it. No, you gotta do more than just texting. Texting, you can text anybody on the phone, but don't mean that that you really knowing them. That you really get to know them, based on the conversation. Because conversation, you can extend what you text by talking to them on the phone live. So I guess at some point you learn. I guess. That's all I'm saying though. Real talk. But get to know older people sometimes, guys and gals. Because you will learn a lot of valuable things from them, and probably a lot of valuable lessons that you should have already learned by now that you probably was never told before. So that's my suggestion. Just want to give you something to chew on. This is DJ Wolf for DJ Wolf Live. I'm out.